A warm greetings on and all present here. I am Shilpa. Today I am here to discuss about NTA UGC NET Paper-1 Teaching Aptitude syllabus and few questions and notes. So let's see the syllabus first. So these are the syllabus for teaching aptitude. I have segregated into 11 topics, that is teaching aptitude in the teaching concept, teaching objectives, levels of teaching in that memory, understanding and reflective levels, characteristics and basic requirements, learners characteristics in that characteristics of adolescent and adult learners in that academic, social, emotional and cognitive learning, then individual differences, factors affecting teaching related to teacher, learner, supporter material and instructional facilities, then learning environmental and institution, methods of teaching in institutions of higher learning, teacher centered versus learner centered, offline versus online, then Swayam Prabha, MOOC, etc. Then teaching support system in the traditional modern ICT based support systems. At last, evaluation systems in that elements and types of evaluation, evaluation in choice based credit system, in higher education, computer based testing, innovations in evaluation systems. So these are the syllabus for unit 1, that is teaching aptitude. So before going to explanation of teaching, let's see few questions. The question number 1, which one of the following is the main objective of teaching? Option A, to give information related to the syllabus. Option B, to give thinking power of students. C, it to dictate notes to students. D, prepare students to pass the examination. So we have to choose appropriate answer from these options. The right answer is B, to develop thinking power of students. Second question is, which one of the following is a good method of teaching? Option A, lecture and dictation. B, seminar and project. C, seminar and dictation. D, dictation and assignment. So right answer is option B, seminar and project method. The third question is, teacher uses teaching aids for. So teaching aids means the tools which teacher uses while teaching. So those are called teaching aids. Option A, making teaching interesting, making teaching within understanding level of students. C, making students attentive. D, the sake of its use. The right answer among this, B, making teaching within understanding level of students. Fourth question, effectiveness of teaching depends on qualification of the teacher, personality of teacher, handwriting of teacher, subject understanding of teacher. So the right answer is D, subject understanding of teacher. The fifth question, listening is important for a teacher to dash. Option A, address the requirement of the learner. B, gain knowledge. C, keep the learner in good humor. D, evaluate the learner for the progress. Guess the right answer. The right answer is A, address the requirement of the learner. So we have seen few questions, how questions will be asked in the examinations. So let us discuss about teaching aptitude. What is teaching? Teaching is a social and cultural process which is planned in order to enable an individual to learn something in his or her life. So here teaching is something we are going to teach the student. It may be student or any individual. That individual is called learner. Learner is going to learn something. So teaching is a social and cultural process which is planned in the sense in a systematic order. Anything teaching in a systematic order. So planned in order to enable an individual or student to learn something in his or her life. So this method refers to the necessary qualities required to become a successful teacher. Here we are learning according to the syllabus. The next one is characteristics of teaching. So what are the main characteristics involved in teaching? Teaching takes place in a dynamic environment. So dynamic environment in the sense the creative environment. So whatever learner learn from the teacher, he is going to be checked in an experiment way. So that is dynamic environment. Next is teaching is a cognitive activity. So as you know, cognitive in the sense the conscious intellectual activity. So such as thinking, reasoning, remembering, whatever you are learning from the teacher or anyone. So you are going to think first. Then you might give some reason for that. So it's easy to, whatever reason you are given, it may be easy to remember the things. So it is a cognitive activity. Here cognitive means it is related to mental process involved in knowing, learning and understanding of any things. Next one is teaching includes a lengthy period of study and training. So teaching, it never ends. It takes long period of study or time. It takes long time to learn something. Next one is it has a high degree of autonomy. So here teacher can make autonomous decision about what they teach and how to teach. So they take independent decisions or actions while teaching. That is degree of autonomy. They have their own decisions or rights to take own decisions. Next one is it is a continuous profession. Yes, as I said, it is not a short period of study. It is a long period of study. So there is no end for teaching and learning. It is a continuous profession. It is an art as well as science. Yes, you know that it is an art as well as science. So art in the sense you can teach in your own way, you can use your own methods and own opinions, own style. That is any style or any ideas you can use while teaching. That is art. Science in the sense the same thing you are going to uh, do in a practical thing, that may be check in a experimental way. That is science. So we can say that science is a practical activity, systematic study of structure and behavior of physical and natural world through observation or experiment. So that we can say it is a science. So always experiment leads to truth. Next one is it is closely related to education, learning and training. Yes, it is true. If I said I'm teaching aptitude, instead of that if I tell some other film stories, you won't listen. So it must be related to education. It must be learning. So you're going to learn something from teaching, and it's going to be training. For the future experiments you are given training. So it is closely related to education, learning and the training. Next one is it is a type of social service and has different levels of teaching. Yes, do you think teachers earn more or while teaching? Do you think they will earn more? No, they never earn more from teaching. So it is a kind of social service, but they'll get some job satisfaction here. So that's why it has characteristics of it is a social service. And there are different levels of teaching that will be discussed in the later slides. The next is factors affecting teaching. So what are the main factors affect the teachers or teaching? The first one is educational qualification of the teacher. Suppose if you are going to teach for the high school level or school level, you must have qualified TET exam, you must completed B.Ed degree. So those are the qualification for the high school level. If you go for the higher classes like colleges, or it may be PU or degree colleges, so you must clear MPhil, PhD or NET set. So those are the educational qualification of the teachers. So that is a one factor affecting teaching. Next one is adequate skills are required for teacher to carry his work effectively. Just qualification or degrees are not enough for teaching. You must have additional skills also. So it may be a good. You must be good at communication. You must have good subject knowledge, good handwriting without making any spelling mistakes. So some common senses. So like this, you must have adequate skills. So those are required for the teaching. If you have those additional skills means you can take the teaching effective level. Next one is experienced teachers better handle the students queries and classroom management. So there is a lots of difference between new teachers and experienced teachers. So experienced teachers handle the class better than new teachers. So this is also one of the main factor affecting the teaching. Next one is the classroom environment should support the teaching learning environment, and the teacher plays a vital role in handling this activity. So good teaching needs a best environment or classroom for teaching. So these are the factors affecting while teaching. So the next one is methods of teaching. So that will be continued with the next video because of video length will go long. These videos are creating in the intention of UGC aspirants for better understanding, and any other requirements please comment in the comment box, so that will be helpful to put further videos. Thank you. So this is Shilpa signing out until I meet you again in next video. Take care.